I'm planning. I've done more planning than what you've done financial planning. I've done more planning than what you can think of. I've done more planning. I've been planning for the worst at the same time too. I mean, God, I've done more planning than what you could think of. Shit, you know. I'm making this recording at like 3:22 in the morning. I'm gonna stay up all night and get fucking insomnia or something and stay up all night. I don't want to do that, okay? I mean, I've made my point. I just need to hold on and hopefully things will get better. I would like to get a friend or two that's more supportive in my life. You know, I do have one friend that's supportive of me, but she's younger than me. It's really hard to often, for her and I to relate on, especially with sex. It is so hard to relate, because she's, way younger than me, guys. Way younger than me. So, it is so hard to talk about this kind of stuff. And I do have this one girlfriend who's, she's a little older than me, just a little bit, and it's hard to talk about this stuff with her, too, because oftentimes I just find myself climbing up and getting shy, and it's fuck, you know. My dad's very supportive of me, though. My dad's more supportive than my mom, as far as, you know, my personal life goes. My dad's more supportive of me than my mom, sadly, yeah. Yeah, that's the way it is. I do have another friend that is supporting me, yes. He's more of my dad's friend, though. And, I don't know, he is my friend, too, but I never really told him about this stuff. I don't really talk about this stuff with him. But, you know, you know, my ex used to be very supportive of me, so, unfortunately, I kind of went down the toilet. Didn't really work out, because he was also my dad's friend. That's why things didn't work out, and he got another woman in his life, okay? So that, it didn't go nowhere good, right? So, yeah, I just had a hard time just being, you know, supportive of myself, kind of standing on. I've just had a really hard time, when it comes down to it, I've just ultimately had a really hard time standing on my own 2 feet, so now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna cut this off, okay? I've just had a really hard time standing on my own 2 feet, and I've vent all of my sexual energy in my music. That's why my music is so sexual. You realize how sexual it can get, and how sexual it can be. You see that I'm projecting that sexual energy that I haven't been able to I haven't really been able to tap into that part of my life, or that I haven't been able to really tap into that part of my that part of my brain, or that part of my life, or, you know, I haven't really been able to tap into that as much as other people have. So that's why it gets, so magnified in my music, and it gets really glorified into my music, and I glamorize it. It gets really glorified into my music, because I haven't really been able to tap into that part of life like the other people have. I mean, other people have really, done that in their life, much, much more than I have. I mean, I've just only gotten as far as boning guys. I haven't really... You know what boning guy is, right? You get a guy hard. Okay, that's what I think it is. I mean, I've listened to a lot of fucking talk radio, so if I don't know what I'm talking about, if I'm talking out of my ass, please correct me. But I've gotten only as far as getting guys hard. I haven't even actually given, you know, I haven't actually done oral sex either. You know, I've only gotten as far as getting guys hard, really. That's as far as I've gotten. I haven't even done kissing yet, believe me. It's that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? I know. But I haven't gotten very far. And it's not because I look ugly. You think, oh, it's because you look ugly. No. People, like I said, people have been just absolutely ridiculous to get around. People have just been absolutely ridiculous about me and my sexuality. People have just been absolutely ridiculous. People have just been assholes, okay? People have just been complete assholes. People have just been fucking nosy. Just, people just been getting in my business, but absolutely ridiculous. I haven't had sex yet, okay? I haven't. And not just because of people, because of the STDs and the fact that I don't want to get pregnant, but God, I don't want to be abstinent any longer. I don't. I really don't. I don't. It's just, I get those nightmares of myself getting pregnant, and it's really traumatic when I get nightmares. It's really traumatic. When I think about the negative, it's really traumatic. I get really traumatic images in my head that I don't want to be seeing. And my mom really is kind of like damaging in a way, because she I can't talk to her about any of this stuff. The only thing that I've talked about openly is masturbation. I can't talk about any of this other stuff. I just can't. And it really has been damaging, in a lot of ways. It's not. I don't have my self-esteem. Are you kidding me? I get my self-esteem out of music. That's basically where my self-esteem comes from, where my ego comes from. It comes from music. I told you, that's all I live for. I'm like a music junkie, guys. I'm like a music junkie. That's all I live for. I'm a rock and roll junkie. I'm a music junkie. Like, that's my life. Like, that's what I live for. That's what I live to do. And I don't even have a fucking band. Everything that I do is self-produced. I do everything by myself. I used to attend the School of Rock, and the instructors there taught me how to mix my own music. That's why I know. I remember this one instructor I had taught me GarageBand, so I know the ins and outs of producing yourself and making your own music and being self-produced. Not really successful right now, but maybe that success will come someday soon in the future. But hey, my biggest goal right now is just to get my virginity broken. That's so important to me. And it's kind of sad that that would be my goal in life. Like, that's kind of sad. It is. It's kind of sad, but hey, I gotta get it over with. It's kind of sad. My ex said I should just do that and move on. Here it is, like 4 months later since we broke up. Anyhow, I'm gonna go. It's pretty fucking sad, I know. I know musicians are sad people inside. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, after I get past that, just imagine I'm going to be much happier. And after that, I'm still going to be kind of like miffed at all this time. Why didn't I do it earlier? Then there's going to be that state of confusion, like, why didn't I do this earlier, And I'm still going to be dating after that. I'm still, hopefully, going to, hopefully one day I'm going to feel fulfilled in my sex life. Hopefully one day I'm going to feel fulfilled in that area of my life. I know having sex just one time isn't going to be enough. I mean, I need to have that one time though and get it over with. And then I'll decide then what I'm going to do and how I'm going to manage my personal life and my academic life and my music life. How am I going to balance all that out? I need to decide that in the future, but I need to just reach my goal. So far I haven't even gotten there. So anyhow, I'm going to stop this now. It's sad though. It really is. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's pitiful. I mean, I'm actually so low to the point where I'm jealous of other guys, I'm jealous of other guys. It is so low. I mean, I've been at that low for a very long time, guys, and it needs to change. Like, I've been at that low for a very long time, and it's not cool, believe me. It's not cool to be jealous of people like that. I mean, I've gotten blocked on social media over it. I've said crazy things that I don't even mean. I've said fuck you to people that I don't even want to say it to. I've gotten jealous of couples and relationships. I've gotten like fucking, I'm a fucking bitch over that shit. I was like, I'm done with that shit. I'm over it. I just don't want it anymore. It's toxic. I've been a toxic person because of it. Yeah. And it's just really frowned upon. I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. But I still feel that resentment from time to time. I still feel it. It's still with me. I still feel it. Will I still be feeling it after I have sex? Probably. But to a lesser degree, though, hopefully. So, anyhow, I hope. Yeah, I mean, hopefully by then I'll have it all expressed in my music, and I'll have sex, and I'll feel good about myself, and, you know, I'll have some guys to call upon for my own, hopefully. Well, not for my own, but, you know, I'll have some fuck buddies at least. Can I just have that? Thank you. You know, at least I'll have had some guys by then, not just people I made hard and didn't do anything, and they jerked off, whatever. You know, hopefully I'll have had, you know, some substance, some more, you know, something that I can actually talk about, an affair that I can actually really talk about besides one of the affairs that I've had that didn't include sex. Just got the guy hard several times over the phone. I mean, what the hell? It's like, is that really something to talk about? I mean, God, I really get jealous of the girls, though. Because they're same sex, it's like, oh my God, it's like, you know, really, like, one day, I'm not gonna get fucking jealous of them, and I'm gonna have my own fucking life. It's like, God, I need to get a life. I know. I've expressed it all through my music, and my music is really, like, my healing shit. You know, that is, like, my fucking therapy. Like, it is my fucking, it's like, everything. It is the open diary. It is. You hear, you know, I'm thinking what you hear. You know, basically, what you hear is what is going on inside my head. Okay. Alright. This is way longer than I thought it would be. Well, anyhow, I am a humble person. Yes, I am. So things, my goal is for things to get better, just for my life to get better, and hopefully feel somewhat satisfied in my sexual life soon. You know, at least I want to get to my goal. I really do. And then I'm going to decide what I'm doing. Am I destined just to have a sour sex life for a long time? Maybe. You know, maybe. And I guess I'll need to accept that as reality. And, you know, maybe to some extent I'll never stop getting, you know, feeling the hate on other people, which I don't want to, you know, but for some reason, some degree, maybe as a musician, I'll just never stop feeling bitter, and maybe that will forever drive me to make more music, you know, because I just feel so bitter. And I mean, there's a bitter taste in my music. There's definitely an element of bitterness, bitter feeling like, you know, I need more in my life. Come on, give me more. Which I don't have. Ridiculous. It's a feeling of disappointment, too. You know, it's kind of a pessimistic element to my music. Absolutely. And at the same time, there's positivity and there's pessimism. Like, come on, disappointed. That kind of feeling, yeah. It's like, come on. You know, really? Yeah, there's that kind of shit, too. I don't know when to stop talking. I got motor mouth. Got diarrhea in the mouth, okay? This was like a self-interview, but it was more like just a rant. Like, where I am right now as an artist, just documenting it. Right halfway through the fucking next album, which is going to be the best album ever. I know the first album was terrible, and that was the album that I gave to my hero. Yes, the background of and demos. Yes, I gave that to my hero. Yes, I gave that to 6. It was terrible. Terrible album. Terrible. I don't know if you ever listened to it. It was terrible. It was a terrible album. It really was. I've improved so much musically then. Oh, you know, I've improved so much since then. I need to have some sex. I really do. I need it. Oh, God. Capital N-E-D-D. Capital N-E-E-D. Need it. Okay? Like, just, please, God, I mean, I am a porn addict. You realize how much porn I watch? I watch porn every day. Like, come on. You know, I'm kind of worried about myself becoming a real nymphomaniac by the time I actually do pursue sex and do have it, which doesn't take a lot. I know it won't take a lot. You know, by the time I do get there and do have it, I mean, I'm worried about myself becoming a nymphomaniac of some sorts. I think I'm going to become a nymphomaniac because somebody told me that I already had the nymphomaniac in me. I was like, oh shit, oh fuck. Oh god, that would be really, really fun. Oh no. Oh fuck. That would be fucking weird, man. That would be fucking rad. Oh, shit. But anyhow, I think I'm gonna stop now. Okay, now that I've stepped back from the mic, there's some things that I want to say. First of all, that went a lot longer than I thought it would. I just want to conclude this real quickly by saying, this is like, I was like tripping out a little bit. You could tell there at the end, I thought that the sky was gonna fall, oh, impending doom, like old doom and gloom. Anyhow, what I basically was trying to say, when I was talking about people preventing me from having sex, people have literally stepped in between my relationships, have stepped in between me and other people to the point where we couldn't, even get to third base. Whether it be my mom or somebody, even somebody like somebody like my ex's roommate, even if it's like, just like the littlest, like most minute things, God, I'm just saying, I literally haven't had sex yet because people, or just things like pregnancy or STDs, or worrying about being protected, or worrying about this, or worrying about that. But mostly just people have, had been roadblock, just people stand in front of me in between other people. Like, every time I get in a new relationship, there is literally another person standing in front of me that is blocking me from getting intimate with that other person. There's always people in between me and my relationships blocking me from, cock blockers, okay? There's always a cock blocker in every new relationship I pursue. Every guy I pursue. Even if it isn't much of a relationship of sorts, there is always a cock blocker in my life, and I'm really tired of people. I've been letting people get in between me and my relationships, and it's not even people. Sometimes, even when I was underage, it was the law. That was a little more serious, okay? And people had free reign to call me jailbait or whatever, which I still am pissed off about to this day. Of course, there's nothing I could do about it, but it was really, really made a harmful scar on my life. People calling me jailbait and all these other fucking names. It was ridiculous. But, I've always just let people get in between me and my guys. I've always let people get in between to the point where I can't really get intimate with them because there's always just somebody standing in my way. There's always something or someone just always standing in my way. That was the point I was trying to make earlier. Of course, the sky is not going to fall. I could wake up tomorrow and maybe life will be going on a different course, which I think I need that about now. I think I need to change my life, change my goals a little bit, and I do want to be careful about the guy that I want to pursue. I want to be careful about that because not everybody out there are good people. There's some real creeps out there, okay? And I really don't want to get myself involved with the wrong guy. And by the way, my ex was not a creep. He was a really good guy, and who knows? One day we might get back together. I don't know. Think so. I haven't been calling him, which is kind of good, but I know where my ex hangs out at, okay? I'm not saying that I'm not gonna go reach out and get him back or whatever, or some shit like that, but the sky is not falling. I hope that my life will take a better course. I mean, the reason why I have turned to music so much is because there are certain parts of my life that aren't getting enough love and nurturing. Like, my relationships, friendships aren't really getting, that isn't getting, just not very fulfilled, I guess. Just kind of half-assed. Not really, don't really have fulfilling friendships right now. Don't have especially right now, I don't have a boyfriend or that kind of relationship or anything like that going on. Don't have that right now. I don't even have a fuck buddy right now, which is what, I don't even have that. And, the whole thing, and, my mom's kind of like disapproves of virtually everything. My dad is supportive. My dad's the only one who is supportive, but even my dad, I get into it sometimes. It's not pretty. So I'm not even driving yet. So there's a reason why I've turned to music all these years. And even if I was fulfilled in my life, I still would be doing music. And you know what? Music is beautiful. You can do music even if you're fulfilled in your life. Because I'm not fulfilled in my life, obviously. One half is obvious. Come on, it's all over my face. It's written all over my face. You can just see it. I mean, but even somebody who is happy does music. Even if I was happy, I still do music because music is beautiful. And like all my heroes are kind of like fulfilled in their life and they're happy. I kind of wish I was that way. I know someone who really is feeling that right now and is happily married. He's just loving his life. Okay, I don't want to go there. But I'm not feeling that right now at all. And the music is helping me, kind of picking me up and putting me on my feet again, because I'm not really like feeling that right now. I'm not feeling it, man. Oftentimes I will turn to like stupid things to make myself happy, which in the end I only realize that life's problems are bigger than what I thought they were. So it's like, oh, okay, well, that didn't really make me happy. I thought it did. But this guy's not falling. Life will turn its course and get better. And I let college take over so much to the point where it's like this big shadow, this big, huge shadow over my personal life, to the point where I'm not feeling happy and fulfilled in my personal life, and I actually get really depressed and miserable. And it makes me sad that the academics are really overshadowing over my personal life, and it's like this big shadow. And I'm not even dating because college and my job and everything is just like this huge shadow over my personal life. And I'm feeling really, really, it makes me feel really sad that I can't, that I can't somehow manage that better. It's like, it's a shadow, like I say. It's like, it casts a huge shadow, and I have to wait until school's over and there's summer. But I don't know. It's like, at the end of this month, is there a room at the end of this month? If school starts to wind down, will there be room? I don't fucking know. It's like, really, I know I'm going back to college next year. Am I gonna next year, my goal would be not to let college and my job not be such a huge shadow over my personal life, because it really makes me feel very unhappy, and it's very unhealthy. For real. Seriously, it's this shadow that I have over my personal life is very unhealthy. I mean, God, so much bothering with boyfriends. I don't even really have enough. I do have friendships, but they're not really God, I'm not really spending a lot of time with my friends, even at that. It's like this. It's like there's a huge shadow over my personal life right now. My goal next year would be not there to be such a huge shadow over my personal life. Not the college and the whatever being such a big shadow over my personal life. I could just really just find I hate to say it, but find the love I need, or find the find what I need and really truly find that out there, and have a fulfilling personal life, have a fulfilling lifestyle, have those other parts of my life that aren't satisfied to be satisfied, to you just run around. You want to call it run around and have sex, fine. You go call it run around and have sex, fine. You want to go call it run around sleeping guys, fine. Go call it run around sleeping guys. Call it what you will. But, I really, really want to make it a goal next year when I go back to college not to have it be such a big shadow over my personal life. It's fucking unhealthy, man. And it doesn't make me a very happy person at all. In fact, it makes me very angry, and this year I haven't managed with that so well, because that shadow, I don't want it to be that way. I'm sorry. It's gotta change, because this is not like healthy at all. This is shadow that college creates. I mean, I understand that you gotta go to college to be successful. I get it. And I do take school seriously, okay? But, I mean, really, like, it's gotten to the point where it's been, like, taking it so seriously to the point where it's been, like, a shadow in my personal life and causing stress. And I told you that, I mean, God, why do you think my ex and I broke up? You think it's because I've been too busy with college? I don't want, I mean, come on. I mean, this is dominating over my it's like, in my, way it is in my life. It's only been like this since high school. One thing dominates over here. Never forget. So I really, next year, want to figure out how this cannot be such a big shadow over my personal life if I can, go out and, go out and run around with a couple of different guys to satisfy whatever I'm feeling that I don't have in my life right now, to kind of like fulfill that, to have those experiences that I haven't been having. Yeah, to really have those experiences, just to go out there and have new experiences that I really haven't been enjoying. And other girls have had the advantage of enjoying that, and I haven't, because of this huge shadow in my life. I really would make that a huge goal. And if anything, it would just help me be more successful, because then I would be more well-rounded, right? When it makes sense, I'd be more well-rounded than what I am now. Yeah. So hopefully I can make that a reality. I would hope so, that I can make that a reality. I mean, it's going to be hard. Not going to be easy. Maybe if I just think hard enough, it'll happen. Yeah, I'm sure that I'm gonna work this all out. The biggest thing that I face, I can manage to not get pregnant and get that down. But what about STDs? Oh my God. You never know who in the fuck you pursue has what STD, and you get guys tested. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get tested. It's like, oh my God. That is a huge obstacle. That's why it's usually good to have a boyfriend or something like that, or to have like a couple of people that you really trust. That's ultimately my goal. Is it gonna happen? Eventually. Okay.